Okay, this is the Bionaire Tower Fan BTF 4002 older version. There's a good video out there by Jose Ruiz for the newer version, but I had to figure this one out. Basically the same as his video, but there was a separate compartment up here on the newer one, and it's easier to open than this, so just trial and error did one. So we took out 2 screws here. They're pretty much all Phillips, but some are more flathead and you could use those easier. There's 2 up here in the handle, 1 in the lower back, and then 2 on this smaller compartment to open this. So I got those screws out with a little challenge, but anyway, so this compartment comes off. And then if you've watched his video or others, you know that you have to really maneuver this. It's not easy to get these grooves unlatched. The black piece has holes, the silver piece has the notch. So you have to push the black part in, silver part out to get them to unlatch, and they're about 1/2 inch wide. I should have counted how many there were on the last one, but I'll note it in just a little bit. So the objective here is, I guess if you want to clean it or you want to do whatever repair and you're just trying to get this thing open, but my objective is to get that speaker off, and that speaker is right up here in this, I don't know what this is called, but where the buttons push and the little circuit board is real narrow and small. And I didn't have to take the circuit board out, I just had to remove the cover, and then very carefully I was able to pop the lid off of the speaker from the side, and it worked. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Does that snap and you think you broke it, but that really was just disengaging. So then I move down to the next one, and the next one, next one, and so forth, and do both sides. Okay, so I got both sides disengaged. It's not easy. It took me at least 5 minutes to do it. And then there are these little tiny plastic pieces that, well, they don't seem to be too vital, but they can snap off, and it doesn't seem to be a big deal, hopefully. But sometimes, like, just getting that really skinny little knife edge in there and then getting the screwdriver in and popping those little guys off. But this is what I was talking about. Hopefully you can get a close-up. Here's the little groove, and then here's the little notch that fits in it. So you see how it's pretty easy if you can get in there and just put pressure on the black part. So now the lid is off, and this is the area that, and I'll probably really very carefully with the vacuum, just brush vacuum, you know, this, and I really don't like to touch anything too much. I don't want to mess with anything, but this is the little box that needs to come off. There's 2 Phillips screws right here. Wrong screwdriver. So just finishing up the second screw here, and then this little lid comes off, but be really careful because there's your circuit board there. And I didn't want to touch anything at all there, so then over on this side, the front is down here, and then in here, I don't know if you can see it, but that is just a round little disc, like, I don't know, maybe about a little more than 1/8 of an inch tall and about 1/2 inch around. And so all I did with the other, being careful not to touch any circuitry, got in there with something funky and sharp, and just got under that edge to pop that little cap off. Jose's video, he actually got the circuit board off, and that speaker was right in the middle of the circuit board, so he had to take the whole thing off, and then he twisted it carefully to get it off. And me, there it is. You can kind of see how big it is. And that's it. So if I plug this in, hands clear, nothing that's gonna get caught up in there. And turn it on. No beep. Now just put it back together.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm putting this lid back on. And with that newer version, I think it had 3 pieces, but this is the upper, and then you're basically just gonna put it back on until it snaps. Got the black part kind of engaged inside the silver part. One of the things that I want to mention too is earlier I kind of bent this a little bit on my other fan because I actually I should have taken it off, but I didn't. So now I just have it kind of making sure that it's hanging off the edge of the table. And then I'm going to snap these guys in, put the screws in,